There we are, nice fish. Right on the point, right where it's supposed to be. Hey, this is Luke and I have Otis over here due to popular demand. So we're doing some exploration fishing today. Just launched over at Felipe Park, which is up in the upper Tampa Bay area. This is actually the only part of Tampa Bay that I've never fished. And so gonna do some exploring. So we have an early morning, we have the sun about to rise, coming up, beautiful morning. We have all artificial today as normal. So we're gonna start with topwater. It's the Moonwalker. Then I have the Bomber here ready to go in case they're just waking and not eating the topwater. And then once the sun comes up, I'll be using this Alabama Leprechaun for up there in the shallows. We're gonna go, just see if we can find some fish, all right? It's a total exploration trip. Only have a few hours to fish, and we're gonna make the best of it, and hopefully Otis doesn't cause too much trouble. All right, let's do this. Yeah, we have a high tide, so fish are most likely gonna be up really close to those trees. So we'll try to get them out with topwater, but also have this Bomber ready to go. Otis, watch out, buddy. And let's see if we can find where they are.
So after using the topwater for about 5 minutes, nothing was following it, didn't really see much action, so I switched over to the Bomber, which is better for fish that aren't super active.
There we are. There we are, nice fish. Right on the point, right where it's supposed to be. Solid snook. Just messing with the trolling motor as usual. Trying to get this guy out of the trees. I think we're safe now. Otis, dang, Otis fell. Otis, hey. That's why it's tough to bring Otis out. Oh, power pole's not working. Lovely. Nice snook. Jeez, Otis, hey, calm down, buddy. Otis, hey, simmer down. Simmer down. Otis, hey. Calm down, buddy. This is a solid snook. Nice fish. I'm just throwing the Bomber up in there. Look at that snook. It's a slot snook there. Otis did zero help. Nice fish. Check that out, Otis, huh? You happy now? All right, the Bomber did it. The Bomber got us on the board there. That's a solid snook. Heck yeah. All right, lure's out. Got a reviver. Good boy, Otis. Good boy, buddy. Oh, there it goes. All right. On the board, leader line's all chafed up. Good thing I had 30 pound for that one. That might have been bad. So we're gonna retie and get back at it.
So kept fishing that zone. That was actually the #1 spot that I picked on the maps. The snook was exactly where I hoped to be. This was spot number 2. This was the excitement. It was not very good. I was just getting stuck in mangroves. Basically the fish were up tight, and I was having to cast right up there next to them. And every once in a while I'd get a little bit too far, and just really wasn't seeing much life though. And so went off to my 3rd spot. This is some docks, and no really luck there. And so I had to pull the phone out on the water to do some map research and look for a better area. And what I did is I went back to some mangroves. That's where the first snook was caught, but a different section of the bay. I switched over to a paddletail jig. The Bomber was getting hit, but it was smaller stuff, so I switched to a smaller profile, but still some vibration for the fish to sense. And that led me to snook number 2.
Otis, almost lost that. Little fella. So I went with the little 4-inch Slam Shady diesel minnow, casting these mangroves. That little guy came out and hit. There's really not much bait activity. They were still good. Not much bait activity, but there's always going to be some fish along these mangroves. So I just been pitching it up there in the shade, trying to not get snagged, and working it out, and every so often getting some thumps.
So covered a lot of ground doing this. This is usually a pretty safe bet for getting some redfish, and just never did even see one. Really didn't see much commotion. Just caught some ladyfish and eventually had to head back.
All right, so heading in, old Otis has to go to the bathroom. He's patiently waiting up front, but it was a fun trip. It was slow bite. I misjudged how far these fish would be right now. I thought they were going to push further up in the bay with all the red tide. But it just seems like they're just really not up here yet. I didn't really see much food, like zero feeding birds, just some mullet, but nothing close to what I was expecting to see. So I'm gonna wait a while before I explore up this way again and start putting more focus out closer to the Gulf, and just hope that the red tide issues don't come up again. But as far as lures, this bomber, the Slam Shady Bomber, caught the nice snook. And then the smaller snook caught this, or was caught on this, the 4-inch paddle tail. With the water real murky, the paddle tails definitely have the advantage. So for you Insider Club members, I'll put a link down below to the Insider Report. You're gonna see the details on exactly where I was, exactly what types of structures and situations those fish were feeding, just so that you can look for similar things in your area. So link down below for that. Any questions at all, leave a comment down below. And if you're new to Salt Strong, just know that we're the best fishing club for inshore saltwater anglers, especially if you're going after redfish, sea trout, snook, and flounder. There's nothing else like it. We actually guarantee you'll be catching more fish while saving money. We do that through our exclusive fishing tips, our insider community, and huge discounts on all the tackle you need. To learn more, go to saltstrong.com. Otherwise, hope to see you again soon.